Back day. Today is back day. Let me tell you something about calisthenics and back day. Calisthenics is arguably the best training method to grow your back. Have you ever seen a calisthenics athlete with a small back? I highly doubt it. I want you to find an athlete on the internet right now who practices calisthenics with a small back, with a back that is not wide, that doesn't look aesthetic. Look it up for me right now. You can't find it. So today I'm going to be showing you my full back workout and what I do in calisthenics to grow my back. Let's get straight into it. So first off, I have to look at the videos right here. I don't have that video edited usually. Usually my editing pattern kind of goes as followed. Like, I first edit all the training footage together and then I react on it in like a reaction sort of way. But what I basically did today is regular reps and sets. Now that's something that I usually don't really do. I love down workouts and I love pyramids. I love ladders. I love all that type of shit, right? But right now I chose to do a regular normal sets and reps. So what did I do today? Today I did chin-ups and I did 5 sets of 14 with 45 pounds, 20 kg, 5 sets of 12 with 45 pounds, 20 kg, and then 5 sets of 10 with 45 pounds, 20 kg. That was part 1 and basically the biggest part of the workout. It's basically 3 sets of 5 sets. And I did that with only chin-ups and with only the same weight, 20 kg, 45 pounds. Now, the reason why I love this workout and why I love doing this type of style training is because it kind of mimics bodybuilding, right? If you want to build muscle the fastest with calisthenics, I highly recommend you picking up weighted calisthenics right now and doing regular sets and reps with it and progressively overloading the weight as well as the sets over time. That is probably the effective way to grow muscle in calisthenics, is doing weighted calisthenics and just fucking go ham on it, just like I'm doing right here. Now, a lot of people find this overtraining, right? A lot of people think like, okay, this is definitely too much, but I would actually argue that this is not like too much at all. Like, basically what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to maintain every single set unbroken by doing 10 reps or 14 or 12 every single set. And I'm basically trying to complete that set every single time. Now, you know that in the calisthenics endurance world, we focus a lot on reps and the repetitions that we do and how many reps we want to complete. And we don't really focus on going to failure. And then after we hit a certain type of reps number, we're gonna do partials. Like, don't really focus on that because our main goal is not really building muscle. Our main goal is just doing the actual workout, which is a challenge for us. That is what we do. So what I basically did right here is I didn't focus at all on trying to fry my back up or trying to build my bicep to the maximum possibility. I just tried to complete this routine unbroken with a short amount of rest. So the rest times in between this set was basically, you know, about 2 minutes, especially in the 14 phase. In the 5 sets of 14, I rested about 2 minutes. In the 12, it had to be a little longer because I was really fried at that point. You're basically doing 15 sets of chin-ups constantly with 45 pounds. Actually very insane. So anyone who tries this workout at home, I want you to realize one thing. If you're going to try this, please make sure that you're actually on a level and make sure that your body is used to these type of loads and these type of workouts before you get into this. Because if you're going to get into this right now, you're going to be, first of all, sore for a week. You're probably going to be injuring your lats or your biceps, and it's not going to be good at all. Okay, so for a beginner intermediate lifter, I do not want you to do this at all. I want you to focusing on getting the chin up, of course, down and doing the pull-ups, getting the pull-ups down, and then focusing on a certain type of volume that you can handle, right? Because listen, for the past 6 years, I've been doing volume training every single day. My body is used to a lot of reps. And I've been basically exposing my body to such a high stimulus that I'm not even phased at 1,000 reps. If I do 1,000 bodyweight reps or even weighted reps, my body will not really get sore the second day because I've been used to so much. But if you're not used to so much, I definitely do not recommend you actually getting into 500 pull-ups type of workouts and 1,000 dips, 1,000 push-ups, or doing 5 sets of 10 chin-ups and then 5 sets of 10 chin-ups again with a lower weight and then doing it again. I do not recommend you doing that at all. I actually just recommend you sticking to a certain amount of volume that you can handle and that you can do for a good amount of years. And once you have hit this type of level where you can really level up in your endurance game, your weighted calisthenics game, then you want to actually get to these extreme workouts that you have never done before. So yeah, as I said, in the past 4 weeks or so, I've been prioritizing chin-ups over the pull-up. And the reason why is because the pull-up, in my opinion, has kind of been boring for me because I've been doing pull-ups for 6 years now, right? Like, so normal for me to do pull-ups every day, do pull-ups every single workout. But when it comes to chin-ups, I feel like chin-ups are more superior because they just attack every single little thing in the back, in the biceps when you do a chin-up. If you're the type of person who has been used to doing pull-ups for years now, right? You've been doing pull-ups for a lot of years. You're not really used to anything else. I don't really want you to focus on pull-ups anymore. Your body knows what it's like. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, he said, you want to shock your body, right? Well, what have I done to shock my body? Every single routine that I've been usually doing with pull-ups, so every single 1,000 rep workout that I usually would do with pull-ups, right now I do them with chin-ups. Or right now I do them with rows. Every single little workout that I've ever done in my life, I've swapped out pull-ups for the chin-ups, and I've been getting way more sore in my back and in my biceps. And the reason why is because I'm doing something that I'm now not used to. And this is going to be the same for you. When you start prioritizing a different type of exercise in a workout, you're going to get sore. Same thing with pike push-ups. Tomorrow, I will train push, right? So this was a pull day. This week, I'm basically going to be focusing on push-pull legs. Even though I hardly train push-pull legs and I don't like push-pull legs at all, I'm going to be focusing on push-pull legs this week. And tomorrow, I'll be doing pike push-ups and tricep extensions body weight, right? That is so new for me because I never do those exercises. I will be very sore tomorrow because it is such a new thing for me. So you constantly want to actually evolve your training over time. So let's say right here, you've been always doing weighted pull-ups and you never do weighted chin-ups. Try weighted chin-ups for a month straight. Never do weighted pull-ups in that single month and watch the progress already being made off of just swapping out the pull-up for the chin-up. So yeah, going from the 5 sets of 14 to the 5 sets of 12 is not that big of a difference. But when you go from the 5 sets of 12 to the 5 sets of 10, that difference will be way bigger. And the reason why is because you have just done 10 sets total of chin-ups, which is crazy. So the last set you will probably experience as the toughest. In my experience, it was the first 5 sets, so the 5 sets of 14, and then the 5 sets of 10 were very intense. And the 5 sets of 12 were pretty good, but they were, I don't know, easier than the 14, of course, but also easier than the 10 because the 10 were the last ones that I had to complete and the 14 were the first ones that I had to complete. And in the middle, it wasn't really that big of a challenge. It was still very difficult, but it wasn't that crazy. As you can see, the back is absolutely just lighting up and just absolutely fried. After, I think, the 13th or 14th set, around that last few sets range, I felt my lats, the corner of my lats just frying up, bro. They were so pumped and my biceps were absolutely popping off. It was absolutely insane. I love this style of training and I will definitely keep it in my routine. I feel like also chin-ups are just the best bicep exercise compound wise in your arsenal that you can use. Biceps are pretty difficult to grow for most people I've experienced, but when you start doing high frequency and high volume chin-ups into your routine plus your normal routine that you have always been doing, you are going to grow your biceps, bro. I'm telling you. The reason why people never really grow certain type of muscle group is because they never treat it like it's a strength muscle. Certain muscles you just treat like it's an hypertrophy muscle, like the side lateral delt or your biceps or your triceps. But all these muscles respond to just strength training, bro. When you start prioritizing compound movements, big compound movements, heavy movements on these muscles, they're gonna grow. I don't think you can only grow certain muscles with isolation. It's absolutely false. I started doing chin-ups for a month now and and my bicep has already been looking way better and way more peaky, way more sizey just from frequent chin-ups. So doing frequent chin-ups will blow up your biceps over time if you do it correctly and if you do it over and over again, plus adding progressive overload to it. If you don't actually know how to do all these exercises that I'm teaching you to do in a single type of workout routine, go to the link in the bio and the top link in the description will take you to the Bars Only Academy. And in there, you can start the 5-day rep challenge, setting you up for a good calisthenics journey, all for free. Join right now. So those were the chin-ups. And as you can see, I'm going pretty low on these chin-ups. I'm basically going all the way to the top until my upper chest basically touches the bar or my hands touches the bar, basically touching the bar with my throat instead of just keeping the chin over the bar. Last rep is of course always a little bit lower because it's the last rep. Let's just get moving on to the second exercise that we did. So first off, we did 15 sets of chin-ups, right? Now we're going to do 4 sets, just 4 sets of rows. So 4 sets of rows, basically did inverted rows on an elevated surface. So our feet is higher than our body, and this makes us basically train a little bit harder and also strain harder and squeeze our backs better. So we basically just did 4 sets of about 10 to 12. I usually got around 12 with every single one of these sets. And as you can see, I'm trying to touch my belly button or my upper abs. I'm not trying to touch the lower part of my chest real much. I'm just trying to basically pull as low as I can towards my belly button. The reason why is because I get more lower lat activation during this. Basically, if I only pull to my chest, of course it's a good row, but have you ever seen people doing barbell rows towards their nipples? Like, nah, it's usually going to be towards your belly button, right? So that's exactly what I did here. I wanted to really squeeze my lower lats because I feel like I can grow them a little bit more, and I feel like I can just make more progress in my lats in general if I add a little bit more rows into it. So I hardly do rows. I'm going to be very honest. I hardly do rows. I never really do inverted rows or barbell rows. I usually just stick to the pull up, the chin up, and that's what I like to do. But because I just want a certain type of physique from now on, and I am trying to grow a little bit more, I'm also trying to add new exercises in to progressively overload my body, right? Because I know the pull-up, I know the chin-up, I know what it feels like, I know what it has done for my body, I know what type of results I'm going to get with that. But adding inverted rows to my calisthenics routine and adding rows that I've never really done before is going to change up the game a lot more, because as I said, if I want to shock my body over and over again, I'm going to have to do new exercises over and over again. And it's not that you have to do new exercises every single week, but every single routine that you have done, bro, in your calisthenics endurance journey or street lifting journey, do it with different grips, do it with different exercises, try something new. What I want to try after I'm basically comfortable with pike push-ups, I want to get into the diamond pike push-ups and focus on that, bro. That's going to be a new level for my triceps, a new level up for my shoulders, new level up for my traps. Is going to be way different, right? Because that's basically what you want to keep on doing. Keep on leveling up, keep on progressively overloading your body with the exercises that you can do. You cannot not progressively overload with calisthenics exercises because it's literally limitless. You can always find a more difficult variation. You can always do something more difficult, like adding a rep with a certain type of variation that you're not used to adding reps with, or doing certain amount of sets that you have never really done. That is our style. That is what I teach on this channel, bro. Calisthenics and progressively overloading with sets and reps, and over time, when that gets comfortable, adding new variations into it, and that will really change the game up a lot more. So that was the pool workout, man. Very simple. Chin-ups and rows. Those 2 exercises are arguably the most important back exercises that you're going to find in a calisthenics pool day. If you want any more information on this type of training, as I said, go to the top link in the bio. It takes you to the Bars Only Academy and start your 5-day challenge in there. Or you can get my 3 programs that I actually have online right now, which is the links underneath the first link. Go ahead and get those, and I'll see you inside very soon. And as always, make the sacrifice and stay resilient.